Hello friends. I expect that everybody is good. I am going to tell you a story of Prithvi Narayan Shah, creator of Great Nepal. First of all, please like my video and subscribe my channel. Prithvi Narayan Shah is a great leader of Nepal. He was the last ruler of the Gorkha kingdom. He born on 11th January 1723 at Gorkha Palace, Gorkha Kingdom. Prithvi Narayan Shah was born into a Hindu family after he became the master of Kathmandu proper. He began to follow his policy of exclusion and expulsion of the European with all strictness. The Capablanatian missionaries who were residing in Nepal for a long time and who had been successfully converting the people and also gaining land from Mala's kings, were expelled from Nepal. He called Nepal the actual Hindustan. He advised the citizens of the Nepal to never leave the traditional dharma of the ancestors. When Prithvi Narayan Shah had ascended to the throne of Gorkha in the year April 3, 1743, it was yet a small state. He then started to contemplate on the method to turn Gorkha into a huge and strong state. He went to a Varanasi to gain first-handed knowledge about the neighboring state and about India to the south. During those days, Varanasi was the large trade center of India, where people from different places gathered. He met with different types of people and gained valuable understanding regarding the politics and social condition of the Indian subcontinent. In Varanasi, his father-in-law Abhiman Singh, a Rajput chief, procured for him some fairness and a quantity of ammunition. Let's we talk about a Nuwakot. His first attempt to Nuwakot. His first attempt at invasion of Nuwakot in 1743 failed and his reign began with an immediate military defeat. Conquering Nuwakot was essential for the unification as it lay between Kathmandu and the Gorkha district, making it a vital trading route to Tibet. On his return to Gorkha from Varanasi, Prithvi Narayan Shah first took steps to defeat Nuwakot in the diplomatic field. He entered into a friendly alliance with the chief of Lamjang, Tanalun and Palpa. This done, Prithvi Narayan Shah sent an army against Nuwakot from the different directions. The chief of Nuwakot, knowing that Gorkha is going to attack on them in near future, had gone to take help from Jaya Prakash Malla, the king of Kantipur. Thus, his son Jayanta Rana commanded the Nuwakot army representing his father. The Nuwakot army was defeated in 1744 and his country passed into the hands of Prithvi Narayan Shah. Later we will talk about Kirtipur, Makwanpur, Chaukot, Kathmandu Valley. He also occupied the Kuti Pass in Sirsa in 1756, halting all trade through the pass and preventing communication with Tibet. One thing which is very interesting to know is that he did not believe in only old style violence but also subjugation, but to use diplomatic ways to persuade small kingdom to join his. Let's we talk about the foreign policy. Prithvi Narayan Shah considered the state of Nepal as a yam between two boulders, referring to China on the north and the Emperor of Seas to the south. He suggested that Nepal should forever maintain a good friendship with China regarding the policy towards the British on the south. However, he suggested to maintain friendliness but also be wary of their shrewdness. He said the East India Company is currently occupying Hindustan forcefully. If the Hindustanis wake up, then they will come here in search of safe forts. Hence, Prithvi Narayan Shah connoted his soldiers to be prepared and build barriers and fort at appropriate locations. In January 1775, at the age of 52, Prithvi Narayan Shah died at Devighat in Nuwakot. On his birthday, upon his death, his son Pratap Singh succeeded him and his unification campaign was continued by his younger son Bahadur Shah. Thank you for watching this video.